Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, our players are...
Hi, I'm Higgimus, Corporal First Class, and I play a Giff fighter.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's the first officer. And he's a human and a fighter.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin of Tyr.
And Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hi, I'm Zaked. I play Lafdul Minglade, a specialty priest thief, and he did have a title. He's forgotten it in the last half an hour.
That seems pretty typical.
I'm disappointed in myself.
Surely it's the Lord of Amnesia.
Coming up with a new one since you forgot the first one?
Yeah, but I don't want to do like a random generator. That seems lame.
No, I get that. I get that. Anyway,
You've got to come up with it on the spot.
Yeah, well, that helps, but it does put you on the spot.
No.
Last session, you finished up the battle against the strange creatures that apparently had invaded this Rhaegar's complex. And you guys took a pretty hefty amount of damage. So you have retired back to your ship.
Weren't we given like a load of potions?
Yes.
As fluff to heal us up? Or...
I will tell you...
as fluff?
Yeah, what are these potions of heal?
No. I will tell you.
Do they exist in second
the
edition?
Next morning. Not really.
It's a potion of keeping the plot moving.
Yeah, I figured as much, but I was trying to put it in more tangible terms with them. What this actually could be, other than fluff.
I'm just gonna move you guys back to your ship because that's kind of the default place for all of your tokens.
Well, it's not like we had much of a map to look at anyway, so...
True. So, you guys have retired to your ship. I assume you are gonna, everyone's gonna rest and everything like that?
Yes, please.
Alright. So...
I suppose Braxon needs a rest. Even though he should be fixing the ship.
Yeah, you were in kind of a big fight. Yep, you probably do want to rest. It's a thing that sometimes happens. So everyone is going to recover 10 hit points from that drink.
Not me.
No, not you. You recover negative 2,000.
Oh. Does that mean I regenerate in 2,000 days or something?
Do we get 1 hit point from sleeping as well?
No.
Oh, I got another spell. I forgot I leveled up.
Yes, you did. You did level up. So yeah, you can take that new spell now. You did everything else that you needed to do?
Yeah, I just got that in spellcraft.
Alright.
Braxon's probably still got more hit points than Lever.
Everyone's got more hit points than Lever. What kind of statement is that?
Well, he's not got many hit points left at the moment.
Now you make her feel bad.
That's why Lever needs to pay Lafdul to not heal Braxon. That way she's always got more hit points than him.
Well, not always.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll recover the hit points over time. Unless, of course, I throw more fights at you. So the next morning, you
We're murdered.
I'm sorry?
We're murdered.
Not yet. Not yet. That comes later.
Oh, he says we don't have powerful items, and we're lowly creatures. Just you don't have to pay them if I just kill them.
So the next morning, you kind of look over the ship and get things sorted. Take stock of the situation with the crew. The Rhaegar's Helots have brought all of the corpses on board.
But our ship stinks.
No, the fabric that they're all wrapped in seems to do a pretty good job of.
Is this any kind of fabric I'm familiar with?
No, it is not any kind of fabric that you are familiar with.
Oh,
you've never.
Have I heard of such things?
I mean, there's all kinds of magical fabrics and things like that you can imagine. So,
No, but well, I suppose I'm not really a regular priest, so.
And you definitely don't have any tailoring or anything like that.
Yeah. It seems, I might have to inquire about that cloth.
So after about an hour, you've everyone has eaten. You're taking stock of the ship, getting things sorted, and the Rhaegar flies on board, lands on the foredeck, and requests the captain's presence from one of the crew.
All right, I will head over.
Okay.
I thought Ockar was going to come out.
Everyone else going to assemble as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Lafdul would play along with Ockar being the captain. I think that would annoy Higgimus.
Unfortunately, it becomes pretty obvious that Higgimus is the captain when the crew fetches him, and everyone else just kind of follows. So the Rhaegar, you don't notice any surprise or anything on his face when he is presented with Higgimus as the captain. But he turns to you, Higgimus, and says, "Ah, yes, thank you. I do want to express my gratitude for your assistance yesterday in the slight problem that I had. As you've probably gathered, my experiment here has not gone quite as planned. There are many reasons for it. Ultimately, clearly I should not have relied upon negative elemental energy, and next time I will do it better and rely on something from the positive. I'm thinking lightning. That is neither here nor there, however. You have rendered great assistance to me, and I feel that you and your group and your crew are deserving quite the reward, especially considering the sacrifices you have made." He gives a snap of his fingers and a little twirl of his hand, and an odd leather satchel. At least you think it's leather, like the material appears similar to that. Appears and floats in the air in front of you, and with another wave of his hand, the lid lifts up, revealing quite a few lumps of precious metal and some other small stones as well. Exactly what they are, you're not sure. You do see some uncut crystals in there, as well as lumps of what you're pretty sure are gold and either silver or platinum. And he says, "Please, accept this. It is not much. I did acquire it from the plane of mineral. I'm sure that you and your kind will have some use for this sort of material. You do so much, if I recall correctly."
Yes, thank you very much.
And you're able to, you want to call some crew over to collect it and put it into your storage chamber for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do you want me to call this? Satchel full of minerals?
Yeah, but he's not actually giving you the satchel.
Oh, he's not giving us a satchel.
No, he's giving you. He's allowing you to take the things
sad.
from it.
The bag of holding would have been that would have been acceptable.
So you're able to take a mental count. There's 10 lumps of gold, and there are 10 lumps.
How much does that
I will tell you later.
melt into?
I will tell you later. There are 10 lumps of either platinum or silver. You'll need to actually examine it to figure out what it is. Of the uncut crystals, there are 20 of them, and Lafdul would recognize them right away as tourmaline. Some of them are black, some of them are green, some of them are kind of a watermelon pink, and others are show both, or 2 or 3 of those shades. And then there are 10 other stones that Lafdul would have to examine to figure out exactly what they are. but he's pretty sure that they're uncut gems. They're not, like, independent crystals.
So either Lafdul fails on every single gem cutting and they're worth nothing, or it succeeds and we get a lot of money out of them.
Well, I mean, if he fails, he's only going to fail. I mean, it'll be per.
I know I got an
per
18
thing,
minus
so.
2. I got 16 on my score, so.
Well, and it's
Oh,
per
alright.
thing, so, you know. There's a pretty good chance that you'll succeed on most of them at a minimum. And if you fail, you may still be able to recover something. Just maybe not.
Am I allowed to use Call Upon Faith upon using gem cutting on some of the gems? I suppose it would be a bit unfair if it's on all of them. Like any ones that I think are particularly valuable.
I mean, well, that
it gives
that
a
has
plus
like
3
a
to my score.
right, but it's for like a one round action or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, you wouldn't be able to because you need a lot more than one round to cut the gems.
Well, if I had 5 castings of it, enough for one gem?
No.
Gem
cutting is generally going to be like a multi-hour thing to get the thing, and then the proficiency check is just at the end to see how it turned out.
Once he's done handing these precious minerals to us, I'll kind of gesture around the place and I'll ask him what this was supposed to look like in the end.
Well, this, of course, was the power structure, the base. No one would have seen it. You saw my... Great, now I'm forgetting what the word... Oh, astrolabe. He'd call it an astrolabe. You saw my astrolabes on Radol, I assume? After all, if you are here.
Oh, yes, the models?
Yes.
Oh, so that's what...
That is what it was supposed to look like. And it did. Before, shall we say, everything went wrong, my people have had dealings with those creatures that you faced. I do not know if any of your kind have ever encountered them, but they are quite the nuisance, and...
Indeed.
I know that next time I will need to put up some better defenses to protect my work from their interference. It is a shame, but I am not worried about the time lost. I will get back to work. It will be better than it was. However, pursuant to that, I would appreciate it if you would keep the location of this system secret for now. It is, as you have no doubt noticed, not ready for visitors, and I have much cleaning to do to clear out the mess that was made and the remnants of Skarak's minions. Using him was most definitely a mistake. I will revise my plans next time.
How long do you want this place to be kept a secret for?
Probably a few hundred years, more than your lifespan.
Well,
judging by how long he lives.
Yes, let's just say I would prefer it if you did not share the location with anyone. Should you wish to share tales of it, that would not bother me. Just obscure the location so that others cannot find it until I am ready. I will, of course, you saw my tests. I will create new such tests when the time is right, and...
That's good. The ones that were there are kind of broken now.
That was the intent. That was the intent.
Did
for the most part.
you have any influence on the unique climate of Rador?
Oh, I'm
Or
sure
was it
my
like that?
people did. My people have, of course, created just about everything wondrous in the universe, such as you elves, your fine artistic sense and musical aptitude. We, of course, did teach that to you. So I'm sure it was one of the ancestors who set that up. But me personally, no,
Right.
I had nothing to do with that.
The reason why I was asking is one of our bargains that we struck to be able to get to your test was that we would share any information we had once we got to the place where our final destination was.
Well, you will need to figure out the best way to handle that. I just request that no one can find the Panopus space sphere until I am ready once again.
All right.
Should you
I
wish
will-
to share stories of what it will be, I would be, shall we say, pleased by that. I would like that,
I
I
will-
think.
I will see what I can do.
Are people allowed to know your name?
Oh, I'm sure many people know my name, but should you wish to include
Do
it,
they?
that would be fine.
Well, thank you very much. I'm saddened that I didn't get to see your masterpiece here.
Should you wish to stay a few days and recover, you are more than welcome to do so. Unfortunately, I cannot supply you with any more of that drink that you had last night. It unfortunately does not work in such a short amount of time on the same individuals again.
Do you have a place that in the spear that we might be able to procure some food?
I was just about to get to that.
Okay.
As you may be aware, my people have created many, many wondrous works over the millennia. One of those is our ships over there. He points to his very organic-looking vessel that is still docked nearby. And he says, we have ways of producing plenty of food. As such, I believe that you will probably be needing some stores replenished. He snaps his fingers again, and about a dozen large objects of about cubicle. They're kind of cubical, and they seem to be wrapped in some sort of paper-like substance, with an additional, tied together with some sort of twine or string that you've never seen before. And he
I wonder if
says,
that preserves the food.
within this, you will find a powder much like your flour that you can turn into a porridge or a bread. And that should sustain you quite handily for quite a while. You will find that on going through this and starting to cook it, you'll find that this will basically give you enough food for everyone on board for 5 months.
Oh, wow.
But then he follows it up by saying, however, keep in mind that this does lose its potency after a time, so this should be more than enough to get you back to your port of call, but I would imagine that not too long after that it will lose its potency and not be useful anymore. In addition, he presents you a small sphere about the size of a fist. Should you have need, this will replenish your air on the journey. I do know that it is quite a ways from this crystal sphere to most others. If you just shatter this on your deck, it will replenish your air fully. You should have no need of worry over such things as running out with this.
Oh, nice.
However, like the food, this will also lose its potency after a time.
If only.
What?
Well, Lafdul's thinking that he could learn a lot of stuff from this Rhaegar.
Well, I mean, he did just say that he taught your people everything they know about art and music.
Yeah, Lafdul's a bit insulted by that, so...
Oh yeah, then what did those things that we drank last night do exactly? I don't think you ever actually told us.
I did.
He did.
Just a few minutes ago. 10 hit points.
Oh, 10 hit points?
Yep.
It's like the maximum effect of my temporary healing potions.
Okay.
Strangely enough.
Yeah, I should use lay on hands on myself to get other.
Further, I also believe that you have a device of mine on board that you got on radar.
Oh,
do.
he wants it back.
Kind of tracking beacon kind of device.
Yes. I would like to make an offer. I can make more of that, but at the same time, I would prefer not to. Recreating the same things is so mundane. However, I am willing to give that to you if you desire. However, I would also make the following offer. Instead, I can create you a custom Shakti. He kind of points to an amulet around his neck that resembles a feathered serpent. You saw them, I believe, on Snowlark and my other Lakshu. They are quite handy devices, and I would be more than happy to create a custom one for you and deliver it to Brawl, I believe Snowlark mentioned to me. Alternately, if you would prefer one of the other magical trinkets that your kind likes so much, I could probably procure one and deliver one of those to you as well. One of those three, I'd be more than happy to do.
Is that a Shakti each or one for all of
No,
us?
one person.
Just one.
Would you mind if we mediated it on that for a little bit
Of course,
while
of course.
we rest here?
You may absolutely take a few days here. Should you need, I can send some helots over with some food, already prepared, of course, as the over the next few days, should you need it.
That would be great.
That should help a lot. Yes, it'll be a few days before we're in any condition to be shoving off.
And I will station one of my helots on board, just here on deck, should you need anything from me as well.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
once again, let me express the gratitude of the Rhaegar for your assistance in saving what remains of my work and allowing me to continue it. And
You're
with
welcome.
that, he kind of leaps up and flies off the deck of your ship back into
Must resist
his
urge to
complex.
dispel magic. Even though it would never work, but it would be hilarious if I rolled a 20.
Don't do it.
I know. You just asked for trouble, Ockar.
What was that Shati thing that you were talking about?
So, the Shakti is the amulet that Snowlark had that formed the armor and weapon around her.
Turns him into a Power Ranger.
The
Gives him
armor and weapon?
Yeah.
Exactly what you will
Okay.
get out of this, you will not know. If you take this option, it will be a surprise. Alternately, I will say now that if you want to choose the third option of basically a small magical item, it's almost anything worth 2,000 XP or less. He could probably get for you.
Oh, so not another ring regeneration, which is like
I think
5,000.
the Shakti would be fun.
Of course, the
Yeah,
first
I think-
option is the device that you have on deck that allows.
I think the device that we have is universally useful, no
Yeah.
matter what we do.
It'll help us track down things.
Anything. Literally anything. As long as we have something of it. We can even find that dragon that stole stuff off us.
Because we have
We've
her.
got the chessboard.
We
totally
have her
could find it.
chessboard, yeah, and we could go and steal the stuff back.
I've got a question. Would a Shakti be usable by anyone?
That you don't know.
Well, maybe we'll have to ask him, because if we had something that functioned like a suit of armor for leather, it might stop her getting killed.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I could think that might be worth trading over, because any one of us can wear armor, but she can't. if she got something that gave her armor.
I think I'm on the side of keeping the keeping the device.
Yeah, I'm on that favor as well.
Yeah, I'm on
It's
that,
too useful.
but staying alive is quite important.
Yeah.
Just bring them back from the dead. We've died once.
What do you think, Captain?
I'm leaning towards keeping the device. The Shanti thing?
Shock T.
Shakti.
Shock.
Or
Shakti.
Shakti. I mean, it's
Shakti.
Shak.
Shakti. Sounds interesting. However, yeah, the device would be great. Plus, it really helps getting us here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Essentially, he's trying to buy the thing back off of us.
Pretty much.
It's all saying that he wants to make his campaigns a bit
Oh
less
no!
complicated by
Actually,
having that mix.
what he's doing is that he doesn't want to create a new one because he doesn't like doing the same thing again. The Rhaegar, and this is something that you guys know, they don't like mass-produced artwork, shall we say? Like they consider everything to be a work of art. And they don't like to make multiples of them because that's boring, you know.
Well, if we keep it, he's gonna have to, or make something very similar.
Well, like Lafdul's holy symbol.
Yeah, but
It's boring if you have the same one.
He's offered to give you other things in exchange, but he hasn't said, "I am taking that back" explicitly.
Yeah.
So you have the choice.
Yeah.
I say we keep it.
What do you think, Lever? Because you've been a bit quiet on this.
Well, Leva is more or less in the background at the moment. She's generally wondering what to do at the moment, so she is not really interested in either one of the two, which is why she hasn't said anything.
Well.
Oh, I thought something that might interest you. If we kept this device, if you had something from your homeworld or where you were born, if we used it on a device, we could find your homeworld. That would be motivation for you to stay.
Yeah, but there's nothing around like that.
Well, we don't know. I mean, if we find stuff on your master, then we might find something from... He might have kept something from where you were originally from.
I have to find him first.
I've inquired with friends. They might turn up something, so they didn't find anything last time. They said it was quite a long time ago, so it's difficult. No, but I think that's a worthy cause. I mean, you don't get many opportunities to find your homeworld otherwise.
Yeah. So I'll turn the rest of you and twitch my ear tufts a little bit, and then Higgimus will say, "Well, that one device does sound nice. The idea of being able to think of another magical trinket would also be nice. However, I do think that the navigation device is probably the best for the company."
Yeah, it's universally useful.
Let's put it this way: does anyone think that that's not like? Does anyone disagree that that's the preferred option? Like, let's just like vote on it.
Yeah.
I think it's a preferred option, so I don't disagree.
I think it's unanimous, unless Levalithana was the only one that was in the background about this.
Well, Leva didn't say anything. As a player, I would slightly disagree.
Oh.
I could imagine him asking back for it because we could use it to find this sphere again, and other people could use it to find this sphere again. So
yeah, it technically does default to this sphere.
So he may not like us having it.
Yeah, but he offered it to you.
Yeah, he offered to let us keep it.
He would have said, "I need that back now."
Mm-hmm.
If he, like, why would he offer it to you and then say, "Oh no, even though I offered it to you, I'm gonna renege since that's what you asked for."
He can probably already make it so that it won't track him anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'd be willing to trade that for is something that makes it easier for us to keep our crew alive.
I'd only
In the
trade it
high
for
level
like.
crews.
I'd only trade it for magical full plate.
Always with the full plate. Until you get disintegrated, full plate's not very good.
Also, the device is universally usable or useful for the entire group.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as next. It seems to be the only thing that's useful for the whole group and not just for one
Now, if
person
he
in the group.
if he had enough of those devices to turn all of us into Power Rangers, then
Yeah, if he had like
Yeah, if we had one for all of us, that'd be fine. But
if he had
not
like
for-
6 of those, then yeah.
I call Purple Ranger.
There was never a purple ranger, although Lafdul would be the blue ranger.
No, there was a purple
No,
ranger.
actually-
Okay,
Green.
okay, all right.
Right. Anyway,
It's the
so
wrong
yeah, we're going to
reference
go
anyway.
for the device. We'll stick for the device.
All right.
We will spend some time here resting up, hopefully healing up fully. Higgimus will spend time figuring out how we're going to fly this ship back. And I'll go... Braxon, do you think you can... was there too much damage sustained to the ship to make it fly-worthy?
The ship? Oh, well, I've
Yeah.
already been repairing the ship.
Ship didn't take much damage.
Oh, okay,
But-
well, Higgimus doesn't really know what happened exactly to it.
No. I mean, you
Captain.
do because when you got back to the ship, it was reported to you by Mariel, I believe, that the platform thing with the 7 columns or 6 columns or whatever it was, I don't even remember right now. It started humming and vibrating, and they moved the dolphin as far away as they could before it exploded.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So
Never mind.
all the damage to it was essentially superficial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
But
it Ockar or Yeldan that had a broken arm?
It was Yeldan.
Yeah, it was Yeldan.
Alright, I'm casting Repair Injury on his broken arm.
Okay.
I think
That's
our
not
biggest
the one.
problem is we've still got quite a few weeks of repairs to do, and less crew.
Yeah, Lafdul's doing healing today anyway.
So Ald,
Mhm.
how many people did we lose altogether here? Yeah, because Yeldan's not here right now.
30 crew
Lost.
and 6 Giff.
6 Giff. Ugh.
Yeah, half the gift you once were. More or less.
Now, the bare minimum for flying your ship is 12, so you got plenty of crew.
Yeah. But Higgimus will have to redo the schedules and figure out the balance and all that stuff.
We need to hire more Giff.
You said 30 crew, right?
Yep.
Hey, did you increase Yeldan's life if he's not here by 10?
I did.
I'm just changing up my spells to think the stuff that I think I would take. I mean, I'm going to take a lot of healing spells, but...
How many days do you think you want to spend here?
I'll consult with Lafdul and Valandra to see how long it would take them to help us get everybody in shape.
Oh, I could probably... Well, with help, I could probably do it in 1 day.
Okay.
If I
So-
spent all my magic on it.
I would say about 3-4 days.
Oh,
3 or
that
4.
gives me...
Yeah, 3 days. We'll do 3 days.
Okay.
Just to make sure. And give everybody like a day of reprieve.
Okay.
4 if the food's really good that they bring us.
The food
3 days.
is absolutely amazing.
4 days.
You have never
amazing.
tasted food this good before. And not only does it taste good, it looks good. It's all at the perfect temperature. Everything that needs to be cold is just the right temperature of cold. You get cold water that is crisp and delicious. There are plates of things that you don't know, but if you ask, they will tell you that there is no actual meat in it. For those who enjoy meat, however, it tastes like meat. Like, one day,
Tofu.
one of you gets, one of the crew members decides to get something, and they swear it tastes like a perfectly made steak. And it looks good. It just doesn't look like normal food that you're used to. You don't really know how to describe it.
So Higgimus doesn't normally like meat. I mean, he'll eat it in a pinch.
Well, but see,
You don't have to
you
eat
find that the food that you're eating tastes like a mixture of fruit and nuts and vegetables in an amazing assortment that just really blends together, and it is just delicious.
Oh, nice. You know what? I do have another thing. During our stay when we're resting up, I will send a message to the Rhaegar, telling him that if he's asking if he's able to, since he's so clever with his, not clever, that's not the good word, knowledge
Belittling.
with magical makings and that sort of thing. There's a ring we have, the Spelljammer ring, that we're having a hard time figuring out exactly what it does. I was seeing if he would be able to tell us kind of exactly what it does. If he'd be willing to.
The Helot comes back and relays a message that Davos is quite busy, but he will stop by at some point and take a look at that as a favor.
Thank you.
For the aid you have given.
All right.
So at one point he does stop by, and he's very perfunctory, but he says, "Yes, you wished me to look at a ring you had."
Yeah, the Spelljammer ring. I'll pull the Spelljammer ring, or what we think is a Spelljammer ring, to him.
He takes a look at it and just kind of like dismissively flips it back to you and says, "Ah, yes, it makes when a helmsman is wearing it, it makes the ship go faster." I will tell you, out of game, meta knowledge, it adds +1 SR when there isn't already a +1 SR or greater modifier.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why you never got it to work on your dolphin,
because of the sails.
Because you put
Or was
something
it the
on the
rudder?
ship.
Was it the rudder maneuverability or sails or something? I can't remember.
I think you
It's
got
the
a rudder.
sails, I think.
Or,
Or
yeah,
rudder.
whatever.
Or you could just have one on each ship now. One, whoever goes on the little thing, one, the other one has sails.
Right, and you never tested it on that one. I asked a few times when you were doing that, like, are you taking the ring or something like that, or are you taking anything, to see if you would, so that I could inform you. And you never
So
did.
it'll work on the hilts.
It'll work on the shuttle, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank him a lot. Appreciate it.
Yes.
He
Oh,
seems so
he
disappointed.
sees Ockar training with the spear, and he says, "Ah, yes, I see you did defeat Salathas. Was that a tough fight?"
He got
Decently.
burnt.
Not.
You got fireballed.
It wasn't anything we couldn't handle.
It was a hot fight.
Yeah. What was the code creature?
Oh, well, you fought a salamander on one side and a frost salamander on the other.
Oh.
But yes, that spear, that spear has quite the history behind it. I believe it was used by 4 generations of noble salamanders before Salathas. You had it, and I captured him. It is quite a potent weapon. I do hope it serves you well. And with that, he takes his leave. I will tell you that that is a long spear plus 3 from the
Nice.
information that he gives you. That's the information that you can glean.
+3 is pretty good.
That's nice.
You
I
can't
will
use it in
update that
close
weapon.
range in there.
Fine.
Okay.
I think long spear plus 3. Oh wow.
You can get rid of your lance now, although it's not really the same thing. But
Anything else that you guys are going to do during the few days that you're here?
Just ship administration stuff, getting the star charts worked out where we need to go back.
Okay.
I don't think we can do
Not
any
much
funerals
spells.
until after
Oh,
we get
wow.
out.
This thing against large creatures will do 3d6 plus 4 damage.
We'll do the funerals outside of the spear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Is the phlogiston okay to do a funeral at?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if you're on a long phlogiston trip, you wouldn't keep a corpse around for months.
But they don't smell.
The
in those-
reason why I'm asking is I don't think shooting them off here would be appropriate.
Considering the experiments he does on him, Lafdul would object. Excuse me.
Okay.
I don't know if you experiment with that, but I would think he might see it as a putting corpses on his art project.
No, he'll just make use of the corpses or disintegrate them.
Maybe.
All right. So, Lafdul, during the time, are you going to take a look at the uncut stones?
Yeah, he will do. I have to write down the gems.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had the 20 uncut tourmalines, and
Tourmaline. Revenar and Shorl. Shorl?
Shorl is a type of tourmaline.
Ooh, 2,000 each. Wow. Second appraisal line was only 500. Suppose it depends on the gem.
Yep.
How good do these look?
Oh,
they're uncut, never mind.
Really, they're uncut. You wouldn't really know until you get to work on them. You take a look at 4 of the other stones, which are kind of small grayish stones, and you realize that those are uncut diamonds. There's 4 bluish stones, and you recognize them as uncut sapphires. And then there are 2 uncut, kind of yellowish tan stones, and those are uncut topazes.
Oh, I know what gems Lafdul's gonna spend his time cutting.
In all honesty, probably the sapphires. I prefer sapphires over diamonds, believe it or not.
Aren't diamonds more valuable when they're cut?
Yeah, I know they're more valuable. Doesn't mean it's like how Higgimus goes for purple gems. I tend to go for blue gems.
What was the last one? I'm sorry. The sapphire after sapphires?
2 uncut topazes.
What color topazes? Yellow or
Yeah,
pink?
they're yellow. They would, well, you believe they'd be yellow when you cut them. In addition, examining the lumps, you do definitely have 10 lumps of gold. They're fairly similar sized, so you would guess that they'd be worth about the same.
Are they ingots worth? Or?
You're not sure yet. They're pretty dense. They look pure.
How
You wouldn't really
pure?
know what they're worth until you try to sell them.
That's if they're 100% pure gold.
And
Gold?
then, so there's 10 lumps of gold, and examining the other ones that were either silver or platinum, you realize that they are platinum.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame he doesn't have access to like Mithril or something.
Well,
Oh
he
my
might.
god.
He might. He just didn't give it to you.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
It's
you
too
could have
late
an
to
awesome-
ask him. He's gone
Awesome
now, isn't
made
he?
gun.
I mean, you're still in the
Adamantine.
thing.
I'll ask him if he has access to Adamantine or a way that I could get it.
All right, the Helot comes back and says that Diavos will return shortly before you're ready to set off and answer that question.
Okay.
He needs to do something else before you leave anyway.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. So anything else that you guys want to do before going?
I will pose a little letter for him.
All right.
Just thanking him and highlighting the aspects of his test that I appreciate, and thanking him for the opportunity to see all these new things.
Okay.
Will we be at full health when we're leaving?
Yeah, probably I'll be healing.
Lafdul, you want Viradra to help you
Oh,
heal?
I've got enough spells over the 3 days. I mean, I could do it in like 1 day.
Okay.
I mean,
so
if I spent all my spells on it.
that's your goal, to heal everyone up.
Hang on, I'll just do it. Do you want me to roll?
No, I mean you're here a few days, so if the
Yeah,
goal
we're here a
if
few
you're-
days,
if,
so
if
it
the
doesn't
goal
matter.
is, let me finish, please. So if the goal is to specifically try to get everyone to full health, and you're taking all your spells like that, and you want Viradra's help, then I will tell you.
Yeah,
what
and I
the
can
results
have temporary healing potions spare as well, probably with like 3 days.
are. Okay. Then in that case,
Although-
yeah, everyone will get fully healed.
So I need to cast my contact on power. I need to refresh that. Which, yeah, ends in 3 days. So yeah, when we leave, I'll cast it again.
Right.
Or a day before, actually, on the third day after cast it.
Okay. All right. So as you are getting ready to set off, you've informed the Helot on what day you're planning to leave. Throughout all of this, the Zodar, the black armored thing, has been standing on the top deck. It did return to your ship with you. It's just been standing on the top deck. Yes, he did. But he's
Braxon
not
wants to
responded
say-
to any attempts to converse with him or anything like that.
Braxon wants to say goodbye to Snowlark before we go.
Okay. She comes with him, with Javos on board, as well as Golden Jackal, who's looking a lot better. And Javos arrives and once again requests to see Higgimus the captain. When Higgimus arrives, he turns to you and says, "Ah, Captain, yes, I need to take a look at the device that you've chosen. I need to make some minor alterations to it."
Oh, what's wrong with it? It's not going to blow up on my ship, is it?
No. I just need to ensure that it can never find this sphere again.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. I guess we told him that we were going to keep the
Yes.
device.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming that you said at some point during those days.
Okay, yeah.
So he asks you to show him the way. Snowlark is accompanying him.
He could just blow it up.
Jackal again.
Well, if he blows it up, there's nothing we can really do to stop him.
We could fight him.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You could fight him.
Could fight him. Oh well. I don't see the harm in this.
All right, so you take him down to the helm room, the bridge, and he seems to kind of weave one of his hands in the air. You see some sparkling light kind of like
Can I roll
coming off
spellcraft
of
on this?
his fingertips. You can.
Is this like a spell that's probably beyond me anyway?
You can roll spellcraft.
I mean, this might interest Lever as well.
So he's doing that with one hand, while his other hand has a long, odd tool that he has.
Like a tuning fork or something.
He has tapped one side. It's not forked, no. He's tapped one side of the device, and a panel has appeared that you had no idea was there. You couldn't see it. And he is doing something with the device inside it while weaving his hands. Lafdul, there is clear magic going on, but it is way beyond you. It is you've never seen its like before. You're not even sure if it's...
I knew the answer you were going to give me if I'd passed it, unless I got a 1.
Well, even with a 1, this would be pretty much the same. You're not even sure if this is priestly magic or wizardly magic. And after a few moments, he taps the side of the thing. He stops moving his hand. The sparkling lights dissipate, and the panel closes. And once again, you cannot see any break on that side of the panel. And he seems to just slip the tool up his sleeve, and he turns back to you, Higgimus, and says, "There, all is complete. This device will function as you probably expected, but it will not be able to find this crystal sphere again."
Fair enough.
I guess contacting you is a bit out our realm of possibility now.
Well, other Rhaegar may be able to get in touch with me. We do oftentimes keep in contact, if sometimes over the course of a few decades or centuries.
Are there any Rhaegar in any of our spheres that we know of?
You do know
You
that there
mentioned,
is
like-
one on Brawl.
Oh, there is? What's his name?
You do not know.
Oh,
Offhand. You didn't pay much attention
does
to that
not
when you were on
know.
Brawl. He definitely does not.
has
like-
he heard of him?
He's been time stopped for 300 years.
Oh, alright, fair enough. Yeah, but Rhaegar don't die of old age, so it seems, so...
I mean, they might. They just don't know how long they live. You do... So, you... Basically, all of you know that there is a Rhaegar on Brawl. None of you know his name. He doesn't... He certainly doesn't travel in the same circles you do. And, he's not well known. It's basically just a case of, some years back, a Rhaegar purchased a manor and moved in. He's had some contact with the prince, and there's tons and tons of rumors and stuff like that, but no one really knows much about him. Some people know his
Sounds like-
name, but you don't. That doesn't.
Oh, I
come
can just
around
ask the
so
Thieves Guild, they'll know.
much. Might-
You could ask our host if he knows anything about him if you're really curious.
Yeah.
He
I
doesn't.
think we
no,
did
no,
ask.
Davos wouldn't know. Davos has
Davos
been.
doesn't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's been time stopped for 300 plus years.
May I ask
true.
I don't want to sound rude, but have you lived for a long time? Are you well known? I mean, we're short-lived race as well. Most of my companions are.
Most of your companions, when half of them are elves.
Yeah, I say the elves, we might live long enough, but...
Well, I mean, you don't actually have any idea how long these people live.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
But I mean, to you,
Being polite.
Were
you talking tens of thousands of years?
the only things that you know of that live longer than elves are dragons. So you would generally, as an elf, you would assume that almost anything else that you encounter is not going to live as long as you.
Oh.
So keep that in mind when you phrase your question.
Oh, I know something that might live longer than elves.
Oh, you mean that
Besides
slug
Jack.
creature?
Yeah.
I forgot. Actually, does he know of him?
I'm
That
not
creature.
sure exactly what you're asking. Oh,
That thing that wanted...
the
It's going to
Zodar?
help Lever in like 10 years or something.
Oh, the fowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're long lived, but no one really knows how long they live.
Oh, what is it with these races that no one knows how long they live?
They're rare.
Yeah, like there is generally, one maybe two of those creatures in any given crystal sphere, and they move every once in a
Oh.
while.
You know what? Lafdul sad that he doesn't have access to time magic because he used no age on this Rhaegar. He'd probably got some kind of warding text against that. But...
So, I mean, if you want to ask,
yeah, I
can
do want to ask.
just-
I don't want to
you
be
might wanna
rude about it.
You
I
might
just
want to phrase it a little bit differently than you were thinking of.
Nobody really knows when an elf will die of old age. They just kind
I
of
forgot what I
pass
was
on to
originally
another
asking
plane of
now.
existence.
Well, so your goal is to try to ask how old he is, right? Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, think about some of the things that he said, and base.
I know he said
base it off
300
that.
years. I know. A few
Well, yeah,
hundred
but I
years.
mean, being stopped in time is kind of gonna. That doesn't quite count towards age. Like, because for him, it was like an instant between when everything started
all right,
happening
I've got
and
a
then
think. I
poof,
think
you guys
I've got
are all
a way.
there.
I asked the Rhaegar, you've seen many things. I mean, has anything happened in the last millennia? Or the last 2 millennia?
Has anything happened? I mean, that's
Anything of note, you know, I mentioned these great wars, the unhuman wars, you know, I try to think as grandiose as I can.
I mean, I have seen many things, but at the same time, I've been quite busy with my work here. I mean, there were things like the Great Gear War in telespace. Are you familiar with that?
Lafdul just agrees.
Ah, you have heard of
bluffing.
that. So how are
I've read it in books, maybe.
you have so how are the
Long time
people
ago.
of telespace doing? It was pretty bad.
I've only read it in books.
Right. Well, I mean, surely you've read how they're doing now. It was quite a
No.
while ago.
I probably forgot.
I've not heard of the Great Gear War of Telespace, says Braxon.
I'm not.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I'm just lying.
I had a feeling of such. I mean, I don't know what you know.
The only Great War I can think of is the big unhuman war between the elves.
How many years ago was that? That was only a couple hundred years ago, wasn't it?
I am not familiar with that.
I was
Clearly-
asking Pari.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
I
but
believe
he
so.
mentioned that. I mean, but Ockar mentioned
Yeah, I suppose
that.
it was open-ended question.
It was this giant war between the Elven Armada and all these other races that wanted them dead.
Yes, it seems that time has passed me by a little bit. I will clearly need to learn some things. No matter.
So where is
they are of
Telespace,
small import. I have made the modifications to your device here.
Excellent.
Snowlark had mentioned that there might be some further assistance that I could give you. As such, you may wish to have these. He waves his hand, and a pair of ceramic bottles appear. They are stoppered with something akin to cork, you think, but you're not sure.
Magic cork.
And they're ceramic bottles of a fine glazed white ceramic, and they're just floating in the air. There's a pair of them, and he says, "These are potions that should take care of wounds that you take. They are quite powerful. Please do accept these, should you need them."
How many were there?
2. They're
Two.
Say
potions
quite
of
powerful,
extra healing.
like... Oh. I thought they'd be greater than extra healing then.
There really aren't too many greater than extra healing.
Yeah,
Or
but
is
he's
there more
Rhaegar,
like-
you know.
Like make a potion that does the heal spell.
Yeah, well, they do that in later editions. So.
I'll say thank you very much. I was meaning to ask you, since you have access to all these different elemental planes, by any chance, is there a way that we can pick up some adamantine before we leave the spear?
Sadly, I do not have any of that on hand. It is quite useful in my work, and it is by far the most heavily guarded material on the plane of mineral. So no, I do not have any on hand, and to be honest, if I did, I would be keeping it for my own use. I have provided you with ample reward, and there
Yeah,
is
That is
plenty
very
of
true.
adamant out there in the wider material plane. I'm sure that should you look, you'll find what you wish.
Okay. I was just wondering, since you had everything here down to its bare materials. Well, thank you very much for all your gifts and knowledge. I'll hand him a letter, just for you to read later.
Ah, thank you. I appreciate the courtesy.
If you ever
And
want to visit, you can come by our asteroid base in Brawl Space that we're working on building.
Terraforming.
We're terraforming an
Wonderful.
asteroid to make our own base.
It's like what you're doing, but on a much smaller scale.
I imagine that I will be far too busy to do so, but
Yeah.
should one of my Lakshu be on an errand in your vicinity, they may look you up,
Oh, so we could
especially should
totally
they need
intercept
some
the Lakshu.
assistance or something.
Sounds good.
That'd be nice.
Anyway, safe trip, and do remember that my people are always around should you need anything.
Thank you very much.
With that, he leaves your vessel, and you get underway.
Hmm.
Oh, so
Did you want to ask something, Braxon?
well, Braxton was going to say goodbye to Snowlark.
Oh, well, I mean, like, while he's talking with Higgimus, you could certainly do that.
Yeah.
And she would, thank you vociferously for your assistance. in
Yeah,
saving
and he'd
her
say,
vessel.
I don't suppose you'll ever stop working for Javos, but if you ever do, you'd be welcome to come and work with us.
She kind of gives you a look like the idea of stopping working for a Rhaegar is just like a concept that is alien to her, completely alien to her. But she kind of says, yes, I appreciate the offer. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you're ever on an errand and you need a hand, come and see us.
I'm sure I will do so.
What? Can I ask did we ever figure out what race they are?
They're Lakshu.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lakshu's a race. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
People don't know a whole lot about them, but yeah, they are like incredibly loyal bodyguards of Rhaegar, and have been as long as anyone knows the Rhaegar. There are stories about him, but none of you know enough about them to be familiar with them.
Wonder if they're all females.
That is something that no one has ever encountered one that is not, and
Oh,
I
figured.
will also point out that other than the tattoos and the jewelry and the hairstyles,
Oh no, they were androgynous, weren't they? You can tell.
no, they're female. But other than the tattoos, the jewelry, the equipment, and the hairstyles, they are the exact same. They look the exact same. Like Snowlark and Golden Jackal look the exact same. Facial structure and everything like that. I mean, anything that comes after that, like scars and things like that, can change them, but they're the exact same height, same facial structure, same eye color, same hair color, same skin tone, everything. They differentiate themselves by their equipment, their hairstyle, jewelry, and tattoos.
So they all look like clones.
I mean, you wouldn't really know that concept, but yeah.
There is a clone spell, but I don't think it did.
There is a clone spell, yes, but you don't really have the concept of clones as in the sci-fi trope. And they're not clones. They just all look the same.
You got a very select gene pool.
Okay. Well,
If they
you guys
breathe like
gonna set off now?
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I don't need to use create food and water, or do I?
They didn't give you any water.
Ooh.
How long's it going to take us to
I can
35
use create
funerals?
water.
Yeah,
So
but how
there's
much do you make surplus?
Well, I make it as like a 12th level caster.
Well, you can figure that out later. Between the two of you, you probably can make enough water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was wondering how many spells I had to reserve. That's all.
By the way, Braxon, you are at full hit points. You haven't made that.
Oh, yeah, because you said in a couple of days, so I hadn't done it. But yeah, it's a couple of days now.
Yep. All right. So with the goodbyes all taken care of, you turn the ship around and start heading out of the complex. When you get to the entrance, the shimmering field that was there before is gone, and now
we have to make our own.
the exit is just the limit of the air envelope of the basically that docking chamber. So you basically can realize that shimmering field was kind of like the edge of the time stop.
Mm.
And you get back out into wild space. What are you guys going to be doing kind of like daily and anything that you're going to do on the trip in general? Let's...
We got a load of funerals to take care of. Is there anything like a star nearby?
No.
That's sun.
No.
Aside from
There are no large planetary bodies.
Aside from the the gems and minerals, we never got any monetary income, did we? Recently,
From him?
like no, from any of this, like gold or silver. How much?
Did.
No, because depending on
pirates, when we fought the pirates, we did.
All right, so to speak, how much is a really vague number? How much is each of the players going to get? I mean, because I might do spell research, but not spell research. Wand research.
Well, that's already been passed out.
Is that all right? Never mind. All right, I can do gem cutting anyway.
So as soon as we get these gems and this lumps of materials here taken care of, we can pass out money then. So yeah, I'll ask Lafdul and Braxon if they can help me with getting the funeral set up, and then call the crew and we'll do all that sort of thing.
You're not outside of the crystal sphere. You're
well,
outside
once we
the...
get there, okay.
Yeah, you still have like almost 2 weeks to get to the sphere edge.
Oh, so you want to do that in the flood system rather than in the void?
Yeah, because he was saying that he doesn't want to. He thinks that would be kind of rude, unappreciated by Diavos to leave corpses floating around.
I'm gonna
in space.
use detect magic on the food. There's some things I want to check. I want to check the food. Obviously, it's magical, isn't it?
It radiates magic faintly.
Faintly?
Yeah. Like, it's... you would say, like...
Doesn't my create food and water, radiate magic?
Yeah, that would definitely radiate magic.
And this doesn't?
It does not, no. So, it radiates some magic, but it's pretty faint. You would guess that it's created by magic, but not in the same way.
It's
a
not
magical device creates it, as opposed to being created directly by magic.
Yeah.
Like when you create food and water, those things radiate magic because they were created. Until after a while they
All right. What about those wraps around the corpses?
They do not radiate magic.
Oh. I'm disappointed in that.
And not even like the food. It's not even faint.
I tap magic over any of the gems as well, just in case, and the minerals.
Nope, none of them radiate magic.
It's worth checking in case we accidentally cut a magical gem.
Generally, magical gems are already cut because you take a gem and you enchant it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just in case we overlook something. That was all.
Yeah, no, that's fair. All right, so you get going. So let me kind of go through. Higgimus, what are your trip plans? You going to be doing any training with weapons? You going to be doing anything else, or just kind of general captain-y stuff?
Mainly captain stuff. Come back to me. I gotta think about that for a moment.
Okay. Braxon, you're going to be, I assume, repairing the...
Braxton's got 10 more attempts to try and fix a ship.
Okay.
You only got to oversee it now.
Yeah. Well,
What's your next
be...
proficiency you're taking?
Not sure.
On weapon, because that's something you prepare for, really.
Well, you don't have to prepare for it. You don't have to you don't have to use a slot right away. So it's perfectly fine if he hasn't decided what that's going to be, and he's going to wait on that. Ockar, any specific plans for the trip, or are you just going to be generally doing crew stuff, helping out where needed?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to work on.
Okay. Leva, how about you?
I'm looking. She'd like to research some spell or two, but at the moment, no idea which ones.
Okay.
Spell woes.
I am
Spell overflow.
I am fine with basically saying that you're going to use the time to research some spells, but you'll figure that out later and do the roll later, kind of thing.
Okay.
And
yep. Braxon wants to see if he can figure out a way to improve the defenses of the ship somehow.
Okay.
Oh, you wanted to set up like safe points, like places to hide behind.
Yeah,
so
well, I mean, he had the idea of putting up some anti-dragon defenses before, but it didn't do any use. So
yeah, they'll get burnt down, but they'll keep a personal life at least for a round.
Yeah. Well, we might need to buy some stuff to do it properly.
All right, and Lafdul?
There's not a terrible amount. I mean, I've been training with my dual wielding with Yeldan for like the last year because I got de-leveled. Because that was meant to be my next weapon proficiency point. Would it be possible for me to try and multiply my plants? Because I got a long time. See if I can grow new ones. It might save me money. I got time.
Yeah, I suppose so. But you don't have any agricultural proficiency, do you?
No.
Okay. Then at the end of the trip, I will have you do a roll to see if it succeeds. But you might want to make a note of that so you can definitely confirm with me, ask me in case I forget.
Mm-hmm.
You could take an agricultural proficiency.
No.
I think he has his next proficiency slots already planned out, so...
Making witty jokes.
He wanted to learn planetology, but he made a spelling mistake and learned plantology instead.
Okay, so that's basically what everyone's going to be doing. The first few days pass uneventfully for the most part. There's still a lot of debris and just material floating through the sphere. And unlike the trip in, where you ended up going above the plane of the ecliptic and then down again, you're basically going through the plane of the ecliptic this time. So there's a lot more stuff that you end up needing to avoid. And
what is that debris?
It's just all planetary debris. There are occasionally air bubbles, occasionally liquid or frozen water around,
Uh-huh.
a lot of rock, some burning sparks, but most of the stuff is large enough that it's fairly easy to avoid when you drop out of spell jamming speed.
Well, I'm just wondering if any of it's useful that we could.
Not really. Like, the water looks dirty.
Right.
I'm going to start the process of. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, because basically, I mean, like, you would have gotten the from Javos that these are all the remains of the planets he created. They've all been destroyed.
Yeah.
So, it's a mess. It's just planetary debris, basically.
Okay.
So
there's no chance of us going past a sort of castle on half a castle on an asteroid or something.
That probably not. No.
Fair enough.
You're not seeing anything larger than size A, and a small size A at that. And you're not seeing you haven't seen any life. No plants, no trees, no no space weed even.
Fair enough. I mean, if we'd found an asteroid that was like a forest that get blown in space, we could take some more lumber. Because I think we've got 3 hull points to spare.
Yeah. All right. On the third day, you are. Let's see. On the first shift, which is going to be.
Third day, so 3 temporary. I'm staggering them out day by day.
Yep, that's fine. Nora's on the helm. Ockar, Higgimus, and Leva are on deck. And this occurs when everyone else is asleep, because it's basically like right in the middle of the shift. One of the crew shouts out, Captain, more of those strange dust cloud things have entered the air envelope.
Yay.
So real fast, let me go ahead and put everyone into their cabins who would not be on...
My apologies. Which group was on watch?
It is
Me,
Ockar,
Higgimus,
Higgimus,
and
and Leva. Ockar,
that's good.
would you be on the main deck or up on the top deck? Because I have it listed down that you would probably be helping look out.
I would be on the top deck.
Okay. You can go ahead and move your token.
That is, here? Right.
No, not in the deck, but up on the,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
That'd be over there. Gotcha.
Alright, so, Beowulf would probably not be with you because, it requires ladders.
Beowulf cannot go up ladders.
Not easily. And they're probably
I'd
not
have
straight
Beowulf-
ladders, but
And Beowulf would be with, Higgimus.
that'd probably be in your quarters, just like
True. Yeah.
snoozing.
Can't he fly up?
You know, Ockar, we could have had a hammer ship.
This is much better.
Never gonna get old.
Hasn't
Hammer
Beowulf
ship's very
learned how
Beowulf
to fly
friendly.
yet?
Alright, so, well, he can't fly all the time. He can only fly for a certain amount of time per day, so.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Higgimus, you would be on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Leva, where would you be? Okay, you're in your quarters. Okay. Let me go ahead and just remove all of these things. All the old stuff from the previous one. All right. Okay, so Yeldan, Braxon, and Lafdul would be asleep.
Mhm.
Let me roll to see if Varadra would be. Varadra is awake. She's in her quarters. But so Higgimus, crew member, calls down through the tubes, alerting you to these creatures, and he then says, "Shall we get below deck? Last time we couldn't do anything with them, against them."
Okay, so we're being attacked by those spear or those elemental things again, right? Is that what's happening?
As far as you can tell from the what the crew has told you, maybe.
I'll say
Dusty spear
yes,
things. All right.
and I will tell crew to wake the rest of the people, or not rest of our people, but the officers.
Yeah.
Yep. And I will rush out on deck.
Okay. Then that will be well, no, you'll have to
still.
have that be.
Would I have spells? Because I normally have to pray before I get spells.
You would have any spells that you hadn't used the day before.
Alright, so down the temporary healing potions slot, second level.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
3 days have passed. Yeah, so I'm just in my contact on Paris, that's all.
Okay. So go ahead and start rolling for initiative. Basically, the crew also kind of begin sounding the alarm as they're rushing below deck. Ockar, you can see, since you're up on deck, you're on lookout. You can see one of these swirling masses is rushing up towards you, because you're basically, you and their crew up on deck with you, and they're all rushing for cover. But that's an obvious place for crew, and the other one is moving towards the forward deck as crew is heading below decks.
I will have my shield and long spear ready. Engage.
You can't use your shield with the spear.
Oh, I can't?
Yeah, it's two-handed.
It's a two-handed.
Then I will just have the long spear ready to engage.
Okay.
Stick with the pointy end.
With the pointy end!
Okay, so go ahead and roll for initiative. Those who are asleep, you are going to need to get up, and if you want to get any armor on or anything like that, it'll be taking time.
How long does it take to get Elven Chain on? Pretty light.
It is. I believe it's
Is
two
it like leather
rounds.
armor?
I believe it's 2 rounds. I'll go with 2 rounds for now. I'll double check it afterwards. That's probably something that you should write down.
Yeah, if it's in one of the books, I can try it. It'd be in a player's handbook, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm just going to have Yeldan sleep through this because I don't really want to deal with another token right now, and he's not here.
I'm just wondering which set of Brax's armor's fastest to put on.
Sometimes not putting on armor.
Yeah, you don't have to put on armor.
There is that.
Your armor, well, so mail is the something like leather and mail. Those tend to be the fastest. Something like banded or splint is about the same speed as plate armor. So keep that in mind.
Right. So splint armor's going to be, and this banded armor's both slow.
Yeah. Lafdul, are you putting your armor on?
Yeah.
Okay, just put yourself into the list and set yourself to 99 so that you're actually in the list. And Braxon, what are you going to do?
Where's my cards?
Well, I'm wondering if Braxon's helmet will protect him from the dust from these things.
You could try.
Yes, it doesn't seem to activate when he's not underwater.
I don't think you clicked on your token, Lafdul.
Yeah, I thought it did. That.
Well, Braxon, make a decision quickly.
Yeah, Braxton had just put his helmet on and come out.
Okay. So that will be next round. Go ahead and just set your, put yourself in the initiative tracker and set yourself to 99.
Yeah.
Strange. I swear I clicked it. Apparently I didn't.
Oh, and it was a good roll and all.
Alrighty.
I'll need that roll later, and I won't get it.
Of course. Alright, Ockar. The thing is not close to you, but since you do have a long weapon, if you want to, you can basically let it come to you and you'll get an attack before it does.
I'll do that.
Okay. Alright. Leva, your turn?
Try and run to Higgimus.
Okay.
I don't think I can do much more, can I?
I mean, you can cast a spell on yourself or something like that.
Oh, can Braxton give an instruction to the NPCs while he's in his cabin, getting dressed?
Yeah, one of them banged on the door and shouted at you to wake up that, the ship was under attack. So yeah, if you want to shout something to them, but I'll let you do that.
Well, he's going to ask what it is, and if he gets told it's those same things, he's going to ask them to bring him a bowl of water to throw on them.
Okay.
Well, Leva will cast mirror image on herself, because that's...
Okay, well keep in mind that you can't move very much while casting a spell, so it's...
Let me see. Where can I move to if I cast a spell on myself?
Basically just out of your cabin.
Well, in that case, I just run to Higgimus. Where is he? I can't find him. Oh, there he is.
He's captain. He's down below decks. Okay.
So, can I get to here?
Yep. All right, and Varadra, hearing the alarm and everything like that, she is going to come up here, and she creates her spiritual hammer. Actually, she'll actually come out. All right, Ockar, the swirling mass of dust comes in, and you're able to attack it as it is closing in on you. Basically, you're giving cover to all the crew to get below decks. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
My attack was 13.
All right. Unfortunately, you're not quite sure where the edge of this creature is, and you don't believe you actually connected with that. And it closes in, and it swipes at you with a pseudopod of dust, and it does hit, and it seems to wrap around you and swirls around you with dust, and feels like it's scouring you. You take 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
Higgimus, your turn.
All right. I'll say, Leva, we're under attack by these spear things. I'm going to try to get up to deck to try to slow them down and stop them.
Okay.
And if I can grab my character.
Oh, actually.
How far can I move? Can I move up on deck and get my sword spell thing off?
Yep.
I'll move up to the side of Valandra there.
Yep. Varadra has been hit. I forgot to roll for that. Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, initiative time for everyone.
Staying at 99.
Okay.
Still gripping armor.
Braxon, if you were
Mhm.
just putting on your helmet, you can basically choose to do something.
Yeah. We'll be picking up weapons and stuff.
Well, I mean,
So can he come out?
yeah, you can come out. You can attack with a weapon if you want. Well, no, you're still in your cabin, but you'll be able to get out.
Oh, okay.
You just need to, roll for initiative and everything.
Right. Well, I don't know what my initiative modifier will be. You'll probably say 3.
Well, what do
So
No, you can. You're ready to go attack if you just choose the weapon that you're attacking with, unless there's something
So-
different that you want to do.
yeah. So Braxton's asked for someone to bring him a bucket of water.
Yeah. All right. They got that for you.
So he wants to attack with a bucket of water, and he's going to say to the crew member, "This may not work, but if it does, I'll need a line of buckets to attack the thing with."
Okay.
So what's the initiative modifier for an attack with a bucket of water?
That will be 3.
Yeah, standard action, isn't it?
I think that'd be like improvised weapon.
I'm gonna have to invest weapon proficiency in bucket of water if this works.
Yeah, if Higgimus dies, you'll probably put in dibs for his ring. Even though the ring will never go to us.
Okay. Anyone else still need to roll?
No, I'm still at 99.
All right. All right, Braxon. You've got the bucket of water in hand. You can rush out on deck if you want, or up on, or whatever you want to do. So it's your go.
Yeah, probably rush out the front.
Okay. You can get to the side of Varadra if you want.
Yeah. So that thing's on. Is there? Is it
Yeah.
actually on? All right. So Braxton's going to attempt to toss the bucket of water onto the thing.
All right.
Oh yes!
That does 0 damage.
So you've got you rush out on deck in your night clothes and your helmet, and you've got one hand
sight.
on the handle of the bucket, and you get out there, you grab the lower lip, and just shoosh, this all the water, about 2 gallons of water, splash out onto the creature, the swirling mass of dust. And you don't think it really had any effect.
Right. Okay.
Ockar, your turn.
It's worth a try.
Stakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
So you are
It was worth
engulfed,
a go.
but you can.
I know it's worth a go, it's fine.
You can attack. So
Meme.
I'm going to try to stab at the center of mass or whatever it is.
okay,
Sure.
that's a hit.
Is this considered a large creature since it's engulfing me?
It is not.
No, that's still 2d6.
2d6 plus 3.
2d6 plus 4.
Oh, plus 4. Oh, you got strength. You're actually doing comparable damage to Higgimus. Well, not quite, but close. So.
All right, you feel the blade of the spear clearly slowed down as it swipes through the mass. You feel it scouring your flesh, and you do 12 points of damage to it.
Do you actually have weapon proficiency in Longspear?
Not
You got
yet.
Lances.
I have heavy lance, but I plan to
Is that
get
familiar?
proficiency. It's close enough so I don't take the full unproficient bonus.
Yeah, so you got familiar.
I am familiar with the weapon. I plan to be proficient in it soon.
All right, Varadra is going to hurl her spiritual hammer at the thing that hit her. And that's a hit. And she hits for 5 points of damage. Okay, but the swirling mass of dust is going to swipe back at her. Is that a miss? Yeah, that's a miss. She is able to dodge out of the way. However, Ockar, the swirling mass continues to scour you. And basically it's like flaying your skin. You feel like your very flesh is coming apart under it, and you take 10 points of damage.
I just gotta keep stabbing it.
Ouch.
All right, Leva, your turn.
Mirror image.
Okay. That is going to be... I'm on the wrong book.
Oh, and move as much as she can, but which is not very...
Tell you what, I'm not looking forward to the day when Never gets a fireball.
She has a fireball.
No, but, oh, wow, you know, when you don't want to cast a fireball, but you get a fireball.
You mean a wild search? Everybody says,
Yeah.
please wild search, please wild search. And when it happens, everybody says,
No,
no,
you've
not
never
that.
had, like, a beneficial, completely destructive.
All right, it's cast
Well
at 9th
said.
level, so however many...
+3.
All right.
You're actually far away from 9th level.
Just a second. It's 6. So it's 7 in total. Wow.
Why would it be 7?
6 images.
Oh, right. 7 for you. Right. Sorry. Let's see. What do we want to do? There we go. I believe you have access to that, so you can put these up, and if you mouse over the thing that I put on there and hit a number like 6, it'll change it.
The thing being what in
All right.
this case?
So if you click on your token, you'll get the
Yes.
you'll see the bubbles up top and the 2 things below.
Yes.
The one directly below you pop up with the a little menu of things that you can put on your token.
Bar 1, 2, 3.
No, not that. Not the gear.
Okay. So
it's,
the other
it's
one.
the other one. Yeah, the circle. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
That's only got emojis on it.
Right. So, if you scroll down, you'll see one of them is lined in a blue square.
Mm-hmm.
If you just keep the mouse cursor over that and hit a number on your keyboard.
Oh, okay. Just a moment. That's the number of rounds, right? Or is it the number of images?
It's whatever you want. In this case, I would say number of images.
So 7 in total.
Put 6 because it's actually 6 images.
Yeah, nothing changed. Did something change for anyone else?
Yeah, I see a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
All
Good.
right, you can keep
Perfect.
track of any spell effects that are on you. Same thing with other people.
I still need to calculate the rounds. That's 9th level, you said.
Yeah, it's unlikely that the duration is going to matter in this fight.
27 rounds. Okay.
All right, Lafdul, you finished getting
I didn't
your
get to
armor
hit
on.
something. I didn't hit anything. Maybe.
Oh, I think I accidentally skipped you. Yeah, it's your turn, Higgimus.
Skipped him.
Okay. I'm gonna try to swing through this thing with my sword.
All right. That's
Do
a
I
hit.
hit? All right. These are normal size, right?
Yep. Okay. You slice through this swirling mass, and you definitely felt your blade slow down as it moved through it, and it reacted. It pulled back from the blow of your sword. Okay, so Lafdul, you've now gotten your armor on, so you'll be able to join the fight or do something else next round. Second
question?
attack. Hold on. Second attack from Ockar, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
So come on. Nope.
Unfortunately, the pain is too much, and you're not able to get purchase. Higgimus, do you get a second attack?
Yes.
All right. That's a hit.
Awesome.
See Viraja's nameplate's over Higgimus's face.
That's okay. All right, you
The story of his life.
slice through it with your sword, and it kind of disperses in a big blast of dust. And,
No explosion.
How far could I actually walk after casting this or before?
you can get basically to the
Here?
yeah, something like that. But that
Okay.
goes down. You want to go to the go to 5.
The circle thing. Yeah.
All right, initiative
Oh,
time.
I'm going really fast this time.
Oh, initiative. All right.
What do we see?
Well, you don't see much.
Okay.
You do hear a crew shouting from up above that Ockar seems to be in trouble.
Okay. I come upstairs to have a look.
I am casting that. I guess. Oh wow, I'm slow.
Oh, you're slower than me.
Wow.
Yeah, Lafdul doesn't like getting out of bed. Apparently,
Apparently not.
Yeah.
just like real life.
Has,
We need to get Lafdul annoying alarm clock.
has everyone rolled?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Leva is extremely slow too at the moment.
Okay. Ockar, your turn.
Okay. That go is 13.
You are not able to get purchase on this thing, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. Viradra, hearing the shouts from above, she's going to move forward, turn around, and hurl her spiritual hammer up towards Ockar, and hopefully not hurt him.
She deserves a pay raise.
I'm sorry?
I said she deserves a pay raise. Higgimus stinks.
And she misses, unfortunately. The swirling mass around you, Ockar, continues to scour your flesh, feel like you're being taken apart piece by piece, but luckily you're able to resist some of it and you only take 3 damage.
You will not defeat a champion of tier.
Leva, your turn.
He doesn't have to defeat you; he's got to grind you into dust.
I
Pretty
go
much.
upstairs, have a
That
look.
counts as a defeat.
So what do I see?
Well, you see Braxon and Higgimus getting ready to do whatever it is that they plan to do. Viradra is clearly looking up to the upper deck, and her spiritual hammer comes back to her hand, so it's clear that she just attacked something up there.
Okay, so I can't get to Ockar in this round.
No, what did you roll for?
Just going to make to have a look, essentially,
Alright.
to see what is actually happening. But I see when I look here, I see 3 people and nothing there, so I realize I'm in the wrong place.
All right,
You might be able to cast a spell if you came out.
next round.
Next
Braxon,
round.
your turn.
Braxon's going to say, "Stand aside," to Leva, and run up as many stairs as he's able to get up.
You say stand aside, but you don't know which lever's the real lever. You could just walk through an illusion. I hope this isn't the real one.
So many levers.
Stand aside, all the levers, or I'm gonna run you over.
So every flight of stairs, Braxon says, "I'd have been up there already if this was a hammer ship."
You can get up to the turret area, but you will not be able to attack.
Yeah.
So you can choose where you would come out, which side. Higgimus, your turn.
Think real quick. Braxton's already up, or is up there. Ockar's up there. There's probably not going to be enough room for me to move around up there, is there?
They're pretty big areas, but it's up to you.
I will go up there, but I'll get to the other side.
Okay. Lafdul, your turn.
Or can I get up on the deck here? I'm
Yeah,
guessing that's going to be.
You can get
Okay.
up on the surveillance deck.
Oh, okay.
So up
So you
where
gotta come up
Braxon,
one of these
up where
ladders.
Ockar is, you can get out.
Okay.
Same thing with Braxon.
I am moving a little bit out in the corridor and casting Battle Fear myself.
Tactically, if Braxton stops at the bottom of the ladder, will he be able to go up the ladder and have an attack?
Yeah, but you could get up there right now.
And get attacked by the monster while not being able to attack it?
Maybe.
Alright then. Let's go!
Not that it matters, but...
Okay, no second attacks from anyone, I believe.
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. Alright, so initiative time.
Oh, but I'm going slow this round.
Can I see your car and the thing that attacks him?
If you come out on deck, yes you can. And you would definitely be able to come out and use a wand or come out and cast a spell. So, if you get out to, like, stand next to Varadra.
So what would I have to roll if I wanted to cast, let's say, a magic missile?
Casting time.
Yeah, that would be
Okay, the
one,
walk-
right?
moving is just... Okay.
Yeah, it's part of your normal thing, but you can't move very far and cast a spell. I'm
Okay.
basically limiting you to about 15 feet, so... But that is enough to get out next to Varadra, turn around, and see what's going on, cast a spell.
Right.
It's pretty good.
Wow. Leva likes magic missiles.
I still find it funny how, even when I roll a 9, I'm still somehow faster than Higgimus.
Takes
Big
great,
sword.
Yeah, it takes great big sweeps with that blade to really get going with it. All right, everyone has rolled.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Leva,
Yes.
you.
So can I come over here?
Yep.
And
And
then I see it. Okay.
Yep, you can see Ockar engulfed in a swirling dust cloud up there. You quickly invoke the words for magic missile, targeting the dust surrounding him, and
Ockar sees magic missiles flying straight for him. Oh dear, help!
Abracadabra!
you get 5 missiles.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
Nice one.
So
There you go, fiend.
missiles streak out of each of your fingertips towards the creature up there, and just one after another, boom, 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 they hit it, and it explodes in a cloud of dust around Ockar, Braxon, and Higgimus, causing them to cough and choke a bit.
Thank you, Leva! I'm gonna use lay on hands on myself after the thing's destroyed.
I'm
You
going to
look-
pat both Ockar and Braxon and tell them good job.
You look around, but you don't see any others coming.
Okay, let's get out of this
Braxton's
area
gonna-
before we can...
Braxton's gonna lay on hands on the ship to see if it's been burnt.
Well, considering that they weren't fire, no, that's not burned.
Alright.
Scour.
No, it's just the last time they did, they did loads of hull point damage.
Yeah,
Scour the ship.
yeah, scour.
Yeah.
A little bit of disintegration, perhaps.
Well, I'm happy with the spear. When it hits really hard.
That's good.
And once I get actual training in this spear, I'll be able to hit it as often as I can hit a dragon, or almost as often.
Nice
I'll
work.
call down the tube to the bridge and I'll ask the helm to get us away from this area. At least some more of these darn things come after us.
Okay.
I'm casting Cure Light Winds on Ockar.
All right,
For 2,
Varadra,
apparently.
Varadra heals herself with some spells.
Should we check there's none of these hiding anywhere on the ship?
Now, Lafdul, you got 2. She casts 2 Cure Light Wounds on herself. She got a 6 and an 8.
She's stealing all the good healing.
I've got another
Shit,
Cure
no.
Light Wounds. There you go. It's for 4.
One of hers, either of hers did better than both of yours.
On the bright
Oh,
side, I'm only 3 hit points away from being at max HP.
I'm not using a Cure Moderate on you. I'll probably end up with a 2.
Well, 3 will replenish pretty
I know.
So with that, the ship gets going again, and you make your way back continue on towards the crystal shell.
Yeah,
Braxon
Braxon
collectible.
Braxon
Because
says,
I can't
Higgimus,
collect it.
do we need to check there's none of these lurking on the underside or anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed that we did that. That was me being bad. So yeah, we'll look around, just make sure that there wasn't any more.
Yeah, I did say you look around, you don't see any more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
fair
thought. But okay, yeah.
All
No.
right, Braxon goes back to sleep then.
And Yeldan comes out and says, "What's all the commotion?"
You missed it.
You
I'll
missed
say.
the fight.
He turns around,
back
goes
to
back to
sleep.
sleep, and Varadra heads back to the helmsman quarters, and yeah, you continue on. Next couple days are uneventful.
2 days.
On the 5th day out, one of the crew members on deck gives a curse, and you hear some thumps on deck. This is about an hour before shift changeover on to day 6, so right at the end of the day kind of thing. Probably everyone would be awake at that point as well. But the crew member gives a curse and says, someone hit me! And picks up a small stone, and there's a couple more at his feet.
I'll look over I'll say, it's probably another one of those primordial clouds of junk that we passed through. Remember the water and the stones and such? I'll take a look at the stones.
You got to take off the rigging because it's just going to tear through the rigging, isn't it? All the sails.
So you pick up 4 stones, 4 small stones. They're kind of pebble sized. They're bluish in color.
Okay, lapis.
When Lafdul wakes up, I'll ask him about them.
Lafdul
I
will
am
be awake.
Are they lapis?
You can take a look at them.
Yeah.
Looks like they're uncut
Lazuli.
sapphires.
Uncut sapphires.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah. Lafdul says, search your ship. These things are valuable.
Okay.
You only get the 4 that seem to cluster around the guy who got hit by one.
All right, we're gonna have to come up with a nickname for that crew member. Something to do with blue sapphires. I don't know what.
Mr. Sapphire.
It's like a lucky charm.
Call him Steel.
Other than that, no particularly major events happen. With the passing of the 6th day, you have passed through the majority of the debris fields, and it appears to be clear sailing onto the sphere wall. So on the 7th day, Braxon, give me a carpentry check.
Oh my goodness. No, wait, that probably wouldn't work, would it?
What?
I was going to say, we could use that wand that finds minerals, but that would probably just point me towards our vault, wouldn't it?
And it doesn't really have that much range. It's not like miles.
Oh, I see. Okay.
7th day. All right, that means I'd have to use my contact tone powers.
Oh.
That's good. All right, you repaired another hull point.
Oh, right. Okay.
You want lower. Lower is better on these.
Yeah, I was like, Braxon was confused by his own roll.
All right, and the rest of the trip to the sphere wall is uneventful. So that is the 12th day in the crystal sphere. and you get to the sphere wall, and you're able to use the device to create a portal and get out into the phlogiston. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Alt, I'm going to put a pin in this, where the next time we get to another crystal sphere, I want to see if it will make a portal in a crystal sphere.
Okay. All right, keep that in mind, and we will be back in about 10 minutes or so with the trip through the phlogiston, which should be lots and lots and lots of, well, really nothing, because that's what the phlogiston mostly is.
I wonder how long it'll take us to get back to Brawl.
Well, do you remember how long it took you to get to this sphere from winter space?
Like 4 months?
It's something to keep in mind. Anyway.
I've got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we leave like an object just floating around here? If we ever want to find this crystal sphere again, we just use the object to find this object. We use the device to find this object.
It's something to consider, but you can discuss it during the break, and if you decide to do anything, you can do it once you get out into the phlogiston. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone.